I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome, everybody. As we know, we're recording. I'm just going to go through and I should Clary, Town Supervisor,
Tom McMorris, Town Council.
for the lead Town Council.
Howard Law,
And
Town
it is
Council.
August 12th, 2026. So we've just had a chance to review the vouchers on review the vouchers. Do we have a motion to approve? To approve the vouchers. Okay, do we have any discussion? Have any transfers or anything that we need to pick up? Okay. Okay, all in favor? Aye. Thank you.
Aye.
Okay, so the next thing is, we have a public hearing tonight, okay? And it's for the BES, which what that means is prohibiting commercial battery energy storage systems within the town of Salem. It's been under a moratorium. The moratorium has a few more months, but we feel comfortable in presenting this. And so I'm going to open the public hearing. If there's any public comment, we'd like to hear from you. No public comment? Number two, any public comment? Three, any public comment? And since there's no public comment, we will close the public hearing for the local law number 3, prohibiting commercial battery energy storage systems in the town of Salem. Okay. The next thing we have is approval of the minutes for July 8th.
Wait a minute, so you guys don't have a vote to do the adoption resolution, which gets to the final of the local law, and you gotta read the, you have no environmental or anything.
I was going to do that down later in the business. Is that okay? You want to do it less? You can do that. You're all right? Okay.
Just to get it.
Let's get it over with.
I think I sent you all that. I cited so many pre and final resolution, I don't know that it's in it.
Okay. So what Matt just handed me is the short environmental assessment form. And what we do is we actually have to read through this. So I'm going to read through. It's the part 2 of the impact assessment. Okay, so will the proposed action create a material conflict with an adopted land use plan or zoning regulations? That would be no or small impact may occur. Is everybody in agreement? Okay. Will the proposed action result in a change in the use or the intensity of use of land? So the choice no or small impact may occur, moderate to large impact may occur. So this would definitely be no, okay, because it is actually keeping it from being on the land. Will the proposed action impair the character or quality of the existing community? No, everybody's no on that? Okay, Howard?
Yep.
Don't be afraid to speak up, okay?
I won't.
Thank you. Okay. So the proposed actions have an impact on the environmental characteristics that cause the establishment of a critical environmental area, CEA. That would be no.
No.
So the proposed action result in a diverse change in the existing level of traffic or affect existing infrastructure for mass transit, biking, or walkway. That would be a big no. Will the proposed action cause an increase in the use of energy and it fails to incorporate reasonably available energy conservation or renewable energy opportunities? That would be no. Okay. Will the proposed action impact existing public or private water supplies or public-private wastewater treatment utilities? That would be no on both of those. Yes, I hear differently. Okay, will the proposed action impair the character and quality of important historic, archaeological, architectural, or aesthetic resources? That would be no, unless I hear differently. Will the proposed action result in an adverse change to natural resources, wetlands, water bodies, groundwater, air quality, flora, or fauna? No, unless I hear differently. Will the proposed action result in an increase in the potential for erosion, flooding, or drainage problems? That would be no, unless I hear differently. Will the proposed action create a hazard to environmental resources or human health? And that would be no, unless I hear differently. Okay, so check this box if you determine based on the information analysis above and any supporting documentation that the proposed action will not result in any significant adverse environmental impacts. So we declare it a negative impact. Okay, so
Negative
date this?
declaration.
What's that?
Negative declaration.
negative declaration.
That's
So
a
that
weird
is
thing.
all just, well,
In my calendar, it's resolution number 61, somebody's gonna make a motion in a second.
okay, do we have a motion to go forward with the, they said, what?
Number 61 is the adopt.
That's a resolution, not a motion.
Yeah, resolution number 61.
And
I'll make that motion.
Okay. And do we have a second?
A resolution.
I make that resolution.
Thank you. Resolution. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Brenda seconds. I'm gonna do roll call on this. And yes on that.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Howard?
yes,
Thank you.
yes,
Okay. Oh, that's unanimous. There you go. Put that back in. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. So Pat, do you need anything else?
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna go forward. You've got the minutes for July 8th of 2026. I think everybody received them and we have a motion to approve.
Motion to approve?
Okay.
The July 8th one, correct.
July 8th, yeah.
I'll second that.
Okay. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
aye,
Aye. And July 29th, special board meeting, we have a motion to approve.
Make that motion?
Okay. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Okay. Carrie. There's something I wanted to bring up in this one. On the ban, did we figure that out? Ban renewal for loader? I know it'll be 37 plus interest. Is it 37?
We're doing 37 plus interest with ladies.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. And Travis.
Aye.
I'm going to skip right through to, we have, I'm sorry, did I cut your name?
I'm Mary Lawrence.
Hi, Mary.
Hi.
Mary is here representing,
Howard Chapman.
okay. And can you share with us why you're here and what you're looking to achieve?
Sure, I work for a nonprofit called Rebuilding Committed Saratoga County. We provide critical home repair and accessibility modifications for low-income homeowners across Warren, Washington, and Saratoga counties. Howard's, he has a mobile home unit that is in severe need of repair, really beyond repair. And so we have a special program where we actually replace the mobile home. And so we are working with Howard and trying to work through all of the approvals to make this project happen. For the town of Salem, there's a number of zoning and application processes that we need to go through. So I've been communicating with Pat for the town approval in order to put a new mobile home on his property. And I understand there to be an application for that, which I've given to Pat. I don't, did you share that with folks, or do I need to provide copies? Okay. So I think I'm here for this body, just looking for approval. I think, there's town boards and committees that I have to get other approvals for, but this is just to let the town board know that we would be demoing his current unit. We will be installing a new septic system. I think the one that he currently has is not approved, part of the project, and then installing a new one on the permanent foundation.
And so it's a brand new mobile home.
Brand, yeah, brand new.
And your organization is called what?
It's like rebuilding together, Saratoga County, but we do actually serve Warren, Washington.
Yeah. That's great. So I think what she's looking for us is approval for installing the mobile home. That has to come to the town board, then she would have to go to.
I communicated with, I went to the planning board meeting in July, and they had sort of a contingent approval upon your approval here in the town. Also the permit for the septic from the county. And then I think your zoning laws say that he has to have a 3-acre lot, to which he is not. So my next meeting will be the zoning board of appeals to get that variance.
That there is one already there.
It's our manufactured home ordinance that says. that-
Okay.
Setbacks was gonna be an issue, and I know nothing about zoning because I stay out of it as much as I can.
Yeah.
But it meets the zoning setbacks, it's already on the match we set. The issue is at 0.24 acres, it's a brand new mobile home, it will fit. The engineer will submit plans to county code enforcement for septic tomorrow.
Yeah.
But it is in the flood zone, so here we go. It's gonna be Marino, that's a ZBA, because they need a variance on lot size also. But Kim's on vacation, so I
I haven't been able to hear when they might be able to be.
relied on Mary because I didn't know what happened at the planning board meeting last month.
Which they, I believe they approved the project again, with sort of contingency that all these other approvals go through.
What's your thoughts, Sue? I mean, Mary can come and meet with you if she's got, she's Boston Spas and all that. She has this.
Yeah. I'd love to meet with you.
Okay.
But like in our place, what do you think the chances of them going through the process to get it taken out? Do you think it would be worth it, or do you have to meet with her first to find?
It's certainly going to be worth it to Howard and I mean, there's a, this is a real upgrade for what they have right now. Right now, they have a mobile home that's almost uninhabitable.
It's not currently, is that-
Yeah, and so this will certainly be an upgrade for their living. And I hope there's more that will happen like that around the town. It's a wonderful opportunity for the folks here that live here to actually have a place to live that is safe and healthy.
Is this gentleman a veteran?
He, I don't know if he is or not. He comes in all the time when he and his governor are here.
Yeah, he's currently not living in the area because
So what's the board's pleasure?
Is this the property in Park Place, like down near where Todd Hanks is, but?
Across the-
Across the street.
Where Chapman's with.
Yeah.
It is.
37 Park Place.
Right,
Yeah,
Or
it is.
is
my line.
Yeah.
It is Jack.
This where Howard.
Yeah.
Full
Yeah, exactly.
Howard.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
experience.
So this would get, I mean, they've already started the process, as you can hear.
I mean, we're doing the same, yes, that is one there because, and it's 0.24 acres, not 3, you're just saying. Pending everything else that they need to do, I don't know what's gonna happen with it, because Delaware just said, yes, you're in a flood zone. So whether that means that, 820-page application to go through, or whether they can get out. I don't know how much it floods down there. No,
Did you think might be put on sticks?
Yeah, so I'm a little bit unclear on what I mean,
There's a uniform coding regulation for everything.
Okay.
We can talk about that.
okay,
Because that is an important piece of it, because you want it stable and safe.
right.
And this might be your first experience.
Yeah, I feel like we should have, so just so you know, that our funding specifically for this project is state funding.
Yeah.
So, there are requirements for us to go through. The state obviously is careful about that sort of environmental impact and review as well, so.
Well, this is the first stage.
Okay,
You've already done some, so that's great. You've done your homework. I think our job is because it's a mobile home, replacement of a mobile home. And so this is not going to stop Washington County code enforcement with the septic. It's not going to stop code enforcement. It's not going to stop floodplain and ZBA. This is just our part. So it's depending on review. A motion would be needed to, depending on review of every other agency involved.
I'll make that motion, almost all the I's and dots and T's are crossed.
Yeah.
And to know that it's a new one, not in.
Right.
I'll second that.
Okay. Any other questions? Do you have any questions, Travis, on that? No? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I,
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming. in.
Yeah, that would be great.
If you have a business card, could you leave that for me, Chris? Thank you. So we're gonna go into committees. Herb, did you want to go first, or you can?
Yeah, I just wanted to say a few things about what's been going on at the courthouse. Beth is on vacation. Our president and Melissa is busy this week also, so I'm here. I've been here for a while. Good to see all you guys. Good to see you. Thank you. We had a great al fresco this year. A lot of people, I talked to a guy yesterday who new to town, came to the al fresco, met people, they invited them out to dinner. It's not only a fundraiser for us, but it's a good community event and a place to meet people and community members to get together. So we appreciate those who came. Board members are always welcome. We'd love for you to be there, and board members certainly and public are welcome to all our events. We had a great lunch, learn and play, and the big news from lunch, learn and play is that we got together with Tom and Cindy Rogers and the Hebron Camp Swim Program and the Monders, the Monder family. Can't say enough great things about them. And we got 43 lunch, learn and play kids bused up there to get free swimming lessons. And the real key about that is two things for me. I've been wanting, as Sue knows and Brendan knows, we've been trying to do this for years, and we finally got it together. I really, we had a couple of local people as donors to get some of this stuff paid for. Had to go through a lot of hoops with the Department of Health. Of course, we had to have the transportation. But the two main things for me are, we got a lot of kids up there that are the kids of parents that can't get up there and drive them up there, wait for them, and then bring them home. So these kids were bussed up and bussed back all in the afternoon between 2:30 and 4 o'clock. I think it was 4 o'clock anyway. And they got swimming lessons where they normally wouldn't be able to get them because the parents and grandparents just don't have the wherewithal to get them up there. The other thing is almost all of them were non-swimmers. In other words, I think out of the 43 kids that went up there were only one or two who in the beginning could go in the deep end of the pool. So these were kids that really needed to learn how to swim. All the water around us here, we were surrounded by all the types of bodies of water we need for these kids to be able to know how to swim. So that was the other goal we had, get the kids who couldn't get up there. Marissa told me she was in tears one day. A mother came up to her after her kid was deposited back in the courthouse, and she said, you know, so-and-so he's been afraid of the water his whole life, and he's not afraid of the water anymore. So, and the other thing is she's not afraid of him being near the water. So it was really, I really take my hats off to Marissa and Tanya and Tom and Cindy Rogers, because they really made it happen. And the Monders, because they gave up some of their pool time. You know, it's their pool. But, and during prime season, they gave up some of their pool time, so we could stretch the, swim time into the afternoon some more. We had 4th of July, I guess maybe that was reported on already, but I feel like that was a great success, and thanks to Al and David Brennan and a lot of other people who made it possible and brought the historical aspect into it. And anybody else that I'm forgetting that was part of it, but because they're community events, certainly. And great to see Charlie Perry and Kate tonight in the cars going down the street, in the car going down the street as grand marshals. And of course, Pat Niles, great to have Pat Niles, there as the spokesperson. And David, put on his woolen outfit and suffered through, a lot of cannon firings and a lot of other stuff. Appreciate that. So we had a bike repair safety day. I don't know if that was reported on, but a lot of bikes got repaired. I saw people there. I thought, gee, I thought you know how to repair a bike, because I know they're avid bikers, but they brought their bikes in, got advice about how to get their bike done better. And we had kids there who were running a little course and learning about how to ride their bike more safely. That was a county person, I think, that was there for that. Okay, in the future, I'm gonna leave these here for people. I brought 6 of these. Make sure Pat gets one, and any board members and public that want them. Back to school bash, Wednesday, September 2nd from 4 to 6. This is the 3rd or 4th time we've done this, and this is a great way. Courthouse provides the place and the tents and everything, and the support. A lot of us are there from the board and so forth. And the school provides, Wendy provides pizza, and we have music, and it's a great time for kids, and it's a potluck for back to school. So come to that, it's fun. Fall festival, almost all the, we used to have quite a number of hay events at the courthouse, and we try to make money, and we run around like a bunch of squirrels trying to make a buck here and there. We're trying to rely more on grants and donations to keep us going, and we've been getting better in that department. And now almost everything that the courthouse does is free. Here's an example: Fall Festival. Instead of beer and breaths where you come in and you buy tickets and the whole deal, Fall Festival super popular last year. We saw a lot of people at the Fall Festival that had never been to the courthouse before, and I think it'll be even bigger this year. We have a super band this year. The fellow who's helped us run the concerts for the senior citizens from Cafe Lena, called Cafe Lena on the Road. The young man who runs Cafe Lena on the Road has a band called Carriage, Reese Fulmer and the Carriage House Band. They are dynamite, and they're going to be there for the Fall Festival, and that's a free event. So there's that. Get this: Larry Snow and other people have gotten together. Maybe you know who those other people are. First annual car show at the courthouse. Okay, this is going to be Saturday, October 10th from 10 to 2. And you may register. Registration is required, and there's no entry fee. You can register at salemcourthouse.org. So there's a new event. Come to that one. Folk Life concerts from the Crandall Library on Thursday nights, courthouse on Friday nights, also free events from all over the world, wonderful talent. And we have a very interesting one here, I noticed at the end. They start on September 17th and 18th at the courthouse. October 16th, I can't pronounce this Mohawk name, but it's Mohawk Nation Music. Okay, this is something new. We've had Ukrainian, we've had Armenian, we've had Quebecois, we've had Irish, Scottish, you name it, Ukrainian, but Native American. Great concert. Great. Oh, and we'll have movie star, I forget the movie star, but we have the screen and we have the projector and we have a great sound system and movies will be soon. Trunks and treats, I don't know how many years we've been doing that. Again, another free event, October 31st, food trucks and stuff, but the admission is free. Wow, October 31st.
That's
Wow.
Let's go.
And I'd just like to mention that community coffee hours are very popular. We had both Al and David had our last community coffee hour this past Tuesday. Had a great discussion. We had about 10 people around the table, 10 or 12, whatever it was, and people met people they hadn't met before. We had a couple that live up on, have a cabin up on Quarry Road, for God's sake. And they were there and met everybody else, and it was a good way to share and get to know people. So, it's just a little time, just an hour. Come, 10 to 11 on the second Tuesday of the month. So anyway, take these and come to our events. Any questions?
Herb, thank you for so much. All of them are fabulous. I personally love the folk music and the amount of people that are coming. It's quite a draw. It's fabulous.
I
So
think the Crandall Library, on Thursday nights, I think they have a max capacity of 90,
yeah,
and they usually fill. But we've had
Yeah.
115
yeah,
or I think probably 115, 118 was our top. A good crowd, actually more than a big city. When you get more than a big city, then you can.
you're doing well. Thank you very
for
much.
listening.
Thank you very much. Okay, so we're gonna put back to Travis. You all set?
Yep. We already talked about the loader being, the 27 cabin chassis here 6 months early. At, currently 9,500 under what the bid was. Which is good.
Mhm.
Something to do with international tariff and stuff. The downside to that is, of course, we weren't paying until November and paying for it in January, so we do have 30 to 90 days, before any interest occurs, but we got to decide
What's the amount again, Travis?
191, 284.56.
Thank you.
Rather than we do a 6-month ban. No, I was not planning on
Right,
this early. And they weren't either.
Yeah.
Really, well, it came in 2 months instead of, and the international said it's 6.
well, and there's no way to tell if they're gonna be late or if they're gonna be early. It's a crazy time.
It's a roll.
It's a roll of the dice.
So,
So we're gonna have to swing with it and figure it out.
yeah, we gotta figure out what we wanna do. That price doesn't include, we can finance through them for a short time too, if we want. I think the interest rate is 6.6. I'd have to look up any paperwork. We gotta kind of decide this meeting or next meeting to get something started.
So 6.6 is their financing,
I think so.
and
I can send you the paperwork.
if you could send me the paperwork, yeah, I would love to see the paperwork, because if by the time you do a ban and it costs of 1,500.
It works out to 10.6 for a year.
Yeah.
Their rate. I believe it was just over 10,000.
So what's the board's pleasure?
Travis, what was what's the truck at Zwack now? When's that gonna be done?
He told me the end of the month, but he's got 4 trucks in the shop. His shop is tied up with stuff that they can't get parts for, so probably middle of September.
Because we have money for that truck, correct?
We do.
So if it came down to it and needed to do something quick, we could steal that money from that truck, correct?
We could. I don't know if it's enough, because that's just, we've already paid for that cab and chassis, so that's just equipment. But yes, we could rob Peter to pay Paul and then pay Peter back.
Just a thought.
Yeah, no, that is an option for short term, but either way, we're gonna have to come up with this till the end of January.
Right.
somewhere along. the line. My suggestion would be at least to reach out to Whitney. Give her the circumstances and see what they have for short-term ban. Because 1,500 for Dave to do the ban is still less than 10.6.
Right.
And whatever the interest is. And we already saved 9,500 to get paid before they decide to tack that back on.
So we gotta reach out to Matt. Okay,
Well. Not till the board decides, but I guess we should see what the rates are from Whitney, right, for a 6 month.
they will only assure a 30-day, that's what they will give you, is a 30-day quote. So I will reach out and get a 30-day quote,
Yeah, I would say,
okay?
and just see what the rate is. Well, even if we did a year and paid it off in January or whatever, yeah, it's still gonna be on it for the interest, but it's gonna be cheaper. I would assume it would be cheaper than international's interest, but I do not know that.
Yeah.
Other bands currently are, I believe.
Mhm.
But I agree with Howard, but just borrowing money from the other until,
Well, we could, but then we're gonna be right back here next month for September, because when that truck's done, we gotta pay flat.
Seems like we need to get a band and going because of this, with Dave, we need to, or
It's 3 months.
Matt, excuse me.
Yeah, you have to do 3 months out.
We want to give him some more lead time instead of if he's asked for.
So how about if, how about Travis, you and I and Kathy meet? And maybe Howard can do Zoom with us? To review this, to how we go forward? Howard, will you be up for that?
It's fine.
With that?
We can pull the numbers of what's left in that truck, because that's supposed to be delivered in
Yeah, it needs a deeper dive than a 5-minute conversation. My
February, and it
opinion.
wasn't, so we'll figure out what the real numbers are.
in January, you wait, that's when the money comes in from the taxes.
Yeah, essentially January, the first part of February,
Yeah.
usually
Okay.
Okay,
got to do payroll and stuff first before that stuff, to make sure we're good on the books.
so if the board is okay with that, I'll see if Travis, Kathy and I can meet, and Howard, if you want to zoom in, because that was a good idea too. And maybe we can bring this back. We got another meeting next Wednesday, a special board meeting. So we can bring it back then. I mean, we don't have to wait for another 30 days because
Yeah.
the 19th, we have I think it's the 19th. I'm going from my head.
Yeah.
Would that work?
Good idea.
Okay. Everybody's comfortable with that?
I would be comfortable with that.
Okay.
When this truck was at black, back, Travis, before the service, is that when it's 23 years of the bid or?
No, 27, truck that just came back, yeah.
So we can't be looking for revenue from the point to.
No, and I've had 2 towns inquire about that, but one very seriously, so I leave that truck probably go in the spring.
I'm looking before we get anything, but
One more year, gotta get one more, and I'll hold this home for them. Yeah,
thank you.
and there is some interest in them, so I think,
Oh, yeah.
I think that'll be,
With you.
yeah.
Travis,
So-
Matt's looking for a resolution on the renewal of the 635. Not for what you're paying, they want, or the loader. He wants, I don't have it with me, I know what it is, but I don't, he's looking for a resolution and he needs the paperwork, so I wanna,
For the lower stuff,
for the van renewal, he needs a resolution for the amount that it's going to be. I don't remember, because I didn't bring that, and the 635 too. For 26.
right, the total 74, yeah, it'd be 37 even. Yeah,
On the water,
yeah,
Okay. So Pat, what you're saying is that Matt wants a resolution from the town board for the 37 and the 635. Okay. So that's the 635, but
before we do the 635, can we call him off? Did he ever answer you about that? So if that money comes in September from the state and chips,
Mhm.
do we still owe him the 1,500?
we're gonna own, but he's doing it. I mean,
He's already working on it, okay. Which is fine, whatever.
That's
It's-
fine.
It's a cost of the paper.
That's cost of
I
doing
never
business.
saw a response back on that.
Yeah, no, it's cost of doing business.
He's waiting for all the paperwork that's in my files, but.
Well, we can't wait any longer because if for some reason that state money hit us.
Yeah.
Then,
So-
He's looking for resolution and I didn't know.
yeah,
So what we need is resolution from the town board to have Matt go forward with the bans. So the one for the
To renew.
renewals.
Yeah.
Yeah, one is renewal and the other one is a new one.
Well,
So let's start with the 37,000.
the new one we're gonna do next month, next. meeting.
No, this is the 37,000
Okay.
renewal. And that one is, I believe, in December 17th it's due. But if, yeah, yeah, so if I can have a resolution to let Matt know that we're looking to renew that. I think it's a Doosan ban.
so.
Doosan, so,
I make a resolution to renew the band on the loader for 37,000.
okay, do we have a second on that?
Second,
Any more discussion? All in favor?
aye.
Aye. Okay. And the other one is, the 635. And what Travis is, suggesting is, I mean, I went in to see if, you know, we had received revenue. We haven't received it yet. Kathy will let us know if it comes in. If it comes in, then that's great. And, we'll be out 1,500, but it'll be there. And if we
And-
don't, go ahead.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Can we renew this band for 635? Could we add the truck onto it? And then just pay if the grant money comes in for the salt barn and the other money from chips. And then we'd just have the truck rolled over for a year. It'd save us on a band, wouldn't it? My question is, can we renew a band
Yeah.
for more than what it is right now?
Yeah, so what would what total amount be, Howard? What do you think? Yes,
What,
two different things.
General, yeah, highway.
Can't, did you hear Kathy?
no,
Okay, what Kathy said, you can't do it because it's two different things. One's the highway and one's general.
okay,
It's six.
that's all I,
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, okay. So-
A separate thing for each one.
At this point, we're looking for a resolution for the 635. Okay? And we'll get that off the to-do list here, and then we'll keep the conversation going on. Okay?
I'll make a
So,
resolution to renew the band for 635 for the salt barn.
and this is a new ban, it's not a renewal. This is a new ban for 635, because we don't have that. This is
We
a
have a
new.
ban. No, we
Not for
don't.
635.
We have a band, but I don't think it's for 635. Is it?
Is it? Okay, sorry, my mistake.
So this is a renewal.
With the stipulation, if we get the money, we
Yeah.
can call it off, but we'll still have to pay Dave.
Well, and also.
Matt.
Because you don't want 635 to pay interest on.
Travis, there's a difference between a callable, loan or ban and a non-callable. One you can't pay off
Correct.
and the other one
Well,
you
you
can.
can, still have to pay the interest on.
So what you're saying is you wanna go with a non-callable?
No, I'm saying if that ban doesn't come due until the first part of December,
Right.
Dave's got his 90 days to work on it, right? Or Matt, sorry.
That's okay.
If the money comes in September.
Yeah.
We don't have to finalize that paperwork. Although we'll still be
That's correct.
on the hook for 1,500 charges to do it, or even October.
Yeah, that's correct.
So- Okay, so it's October renewal, if the money comes in before and we don't need the ban, we can pay it off. And pay Matt and be done.
That's correct. Yep, thank you. So
He just made.
do we have a motion to do what Travis just said?
I think-
Howard made the motion. We have a second? Okay, any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Aye.
Okay. That's a resolution. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so now back to 191, 284, 56.
We're gonna have a
Um,
meeting on that, right?
Yes, yeah, when is good for you, Howard?
Whenever.
Okay, Kathy?
I.
Okay, so we can work tomorrow to try to get this done. Maybe Friday. I'm around them.
I can do 7 in the morning, I'll make that work.
Okay, well, so we're gonna work on setting that meeting up, okay? Thank you. Travis, you wanna keep going?
Fuel bids, we need to put fuel bids out for, the town manager. We've been doing 3 years, I would like to see us do 5, because it's just a pain in the butt to keep up now.
So do you wanna do 5 years?
I would like to do 5 if the board would agree to it.
We voted to do 3 before, so you're gonna have to rescind that.
You're doing no, so just, do this one for 5.
Will
So-
they do it, will they, like,
Yeah, it doesn't, has no effect. on
Bramer's kind of indicating he's not gonna do 3.
No, so 5 years, and what are the other, you know, as far as like the different buildings, you're gonna include the different buildings in for,
Yes, I believe.
so the fuel oil and the diesel.
Fuel oil.
Yeah, number 2 fuel oil for the water barn, Brown Fat Hall, and the Georgia Museum, ultra low sulfur road diesel fuel, and low sulfur kerosene for the town highway barn on Rensley Road. Propane for the Georgia Community Room will come out, that should be a separate, because like Bramer doesn't have propane.
2 different bids.
Yeah. That one would just, are we doing that, or would the Georgia do that?
But it's always just one.
Yeah, because the fuel oil is in
You
here.
don't look around.
Whoever
But
bids,
that's-
they have to bid,
Yes.
we don't get to shop for it, they have to send in.
And that's like a public knowledge kind of
Well,
thing.
the paper, yeah.
But
Just checking.
So we
should we be putting that out, or should they? That's the finances, I thought of that after I talked to you.
I don't have any problem.
Should we be putting the bid out for propane, or should the Georgie?
You're paying for both things, you're putting the bid out.
Okay, I didn't know we were.
Russell even tells me something different, or Mary, but we pay.
That's,
We use it for voting.
Right.
And then, so leave the Georgie in for fuel oil too.
Yeah,
Then if you ask them that, not me.
yeah, we have the HVAC now, so that's gonna be very minimal anyways, so, please. Okay, Travis, you're ready on that, Pat? You got everything you need?
The other thing, Trav, because we went January 1st, 22 to December 31st, Kathy and I had talked, do you wanna go? Cause I can get it in and put it in for 2 weeks, 3, whatever you think, we can go 10/1/26 to 9/30.
yeah,
5 years out, is that right?
yeah, yeah.
I'd rather do that than wait till January.
I do too, and that's when the OGS comes up and it's always a lot of problems,
So that's okay with you?
yes.
Any other questions, Pat? Okay,
Thanks, Trav.
Yeah.
Travis, anything else?
I think that's, the dry wells came up in front of the school, we're doing shared service, they're paying for all the products, we're putting the legwork in and putting in. So when they paved the road, there was a couple tubes up there that they didn't know about, I showed them, they changed one at the courthouse, they still got another one. Down below they changed, and I believe there's a tube up by Hamilton, Jeff. We're gonna try to get those done before school opens, but the dry wells. But they got at the wrong colors. So I'm not sure what that's.
I hope they don't rush to put the pavement in, because the kids, we don't have, we feel like, but we have that, it's slowing people down.
Yeah, I guess they're rarely wrong.
They are, but it is slowing people down.
They can do a lot of car damage too.
We kill a kid too, the way people speed by there.
Well, that's not us. I think they're capping them tomorrow. We'll cap the dry wells. And we changed and painted them today. So we're ready, but they have to figure out the cover issue. So I was hoping we get a few in next week, but I don't know, waiting for the engineer to decide what they want to do.
Okay.
Because current coverage will put the storm drains out in the driving lane.
Mm.
So.
What were they doing today? Just cutting the pavement, getting ready?
We just cut them, we cut 11-foot
Yeah.
squares, they'll
Yeah.
get fabric and stone, 6-foot dry level.
Be a huge improvement.
It will, it'll help, and it'll help on the stuff here at the Red Lake, they'll
Yeah.
probably hold 300% more than they hold now.
It's great.
Yeah,
It was thinking ahead. Thank you very much.
yeah, so that'll be done. I'm also gonna do, I think, we gotta fix the end of Vincent Lane, and I talked to the county. When we do that, if they come and mill out the tracks, we'll need to work the tracks in down here and try to fix that, because we've had a snow plow trying to plow the end of Vincent, because the end of the tracks are so bad, and that apron going in there.
Kicks up.
So we'll dig out like we've done the ones in Fusion and Rexley. They'll buy the blacktop and pave that in, and it'll be better for everybody,
It's wonderful.
hopefully.
Why did they need the track there in the first place? Take that in, but on the other side of the road, I mean, I don't understand it.
I'm not sure, but
I don't know, I mean, maybe look into that, so.
I already have, they're not pulling them up. I did get the crossing exempt, so fuel trucks and stuff, but Bill said he's not removing.
That's what I heard, Jim. And I got awesome.
Yeah.
What?
We've had the same
It's
conversation.
not removing.
Make more sense, so. Okay.
I don't know how the right of ways and that stuff work, it's not my department, but they asked me here about getting them exempt, and I found out that the county is the one that has to request it. So I requested it to the county, they requested it to the state, the ballot went through it in 3 weeks. So now the fuel trucks in Boston don't have to stop them, but they're rougher than a cop.
Yeah, like, Brenda said, it slows them down a little bit, you know, knocks the crap out of your vehicle when you're driving over it.
Yeah. Well, we'll make them a little better when we get the end of that road done. Kathy and I got the chip stuff in for the spring paving and the salt shed stuff, so that was all submitted. I believe the letter, sometime around September 14th.
Yeah.
We'll have that.
Yeah.
Put in for the 140 that we talked about, which will be the town share of that. So when we get the state money, that'll make that a wash.
Some good things.
We'll have less than $2,000 out of pocket in it.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's closed out, it'll be nice.
Yeah.
I think that's it for,
Travis, I got the right of way. I got the right of way sign for the electronic sign. Okay. That Tim's in sent it back to me today.
okay,
So I have it. With the idea that, yes, we can put it there. But the special conditions that are necessary are, I can read it. Sign shall be installed on a crash-worthy post, ARSH PPT standards.
send it to me. After I have
Why don't I just pass this around to you?
all the manufacturers.
Yeah, can you pass that around to Travis? please?
What's the electronic sign?
Speed sign,
Oh,
slow down,
Got this, so then,
The
yeah.
blinky sign.
a blinky sign, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Yeah, I think it's on the wrong end of town, that Lexington is. How many people come from the roof end, they're all coming from 22. You need that on the other end of the, right in the beginning.
the right
So
beginning.
when the people come off of 22, they speed by. I see it every day, everybody knows that they keep speed by through there.
Maybe we need two.
Maybe you need two, one on the other, but I mean, you know.
I'm looking at Travis.
People look at it.
I'm gonna go back to Travis and he can do water,
I
please.
mean, you know, if they're gonna do one, we're gonna do two. I mean, I think the one ought to be in front of the school coming from 22.
Yeah.
That's all, that's my opinion.
The trouble is going that way during school time and speed changes. So you would have to have a sign.
And nobody slows down around that corner and kids are
Yeah.
parking at the.
You can't adjust that light to work.
I think we should have two. That's what other places do.
It's only during school time.
Yeah.
Only during school, right? So school.
No, they're on all the time, it has nothing to do with school.
Oh,
It's set to one speed. That has nothing to do with school. It's not like the one in Cambridge that the school controls. Totally different. This is
Like Greenwich.
a $4,000 sign versus a $60,000.
But I was saying like that, is there really like maybe a town I can shut it off after school, 4 o'clock or something, or, I mean, you know?
It's kind
Didn't anybody do that?
I got,
So,
No.
because I am confused. So what is the purpose of this electronic sign?
Just tell you.
to slow people down.
Okay,
Yes, to slow people
You're
down.
coming into a school zone because it says ahead of there that you're heading into a school zone, it's 15 miles an hour.
yeah, we know about them signs, yeah.
Right,
I
and
got
as
that.
I'm pulling out of the bus and I have to roll down my window and tell people to slow down.
I can feel your pain, but I'm still confused why there's just one then, if you're actually
Because
trying
we
to.
budgeted for the one.
Okay, but what I'm saying, if you're actually trying to stop, to slow down, because you keep saying school. Okay, if that's the purpose, why maybe you should look into another one on each end.
We can
I'm
do
just
that in the
saying.
2027 budget.
I'm just saying,
Budgeted, put one on.
there's a concept
There you
too.
go.
I'm just saying that maybe, thank you for that clarification.
It's like they pay for.
Travis, do you want to go back to one?
Yeah,
Thank you.
I don't have a lot with water. We did our quarterly tests and stuff last month. DOH reached out about Hebron Camp.
Mhm.
They had some water startup issues up there and some stuff going on. DOH suggested them to reach out to us, but DOH also reached out to us. So Andy and I went up. Saw what they got going on up there. It's a pretty simple system. Just they don't have an operator. And they need some SOPs and stuff. So we're gonna work with Tom Rogers and get some stuff wrote down, get it up there posted. And somebody will go up before, a couple weeks before camp, get stuff dialed and do some water samples with them. So when they have their inspection up there, more comes on.
Super, thank you. Everything else is gonna okay in the water?
Yep.
Yep.
Seems to, yep.
Great.
Flushing dead ends, which is what the orange bags are, and the water leaking out of the hydrants for moving them around 4 days a week.
Mhm.
We did have the system go down for. It needed a reboot or an software update or something, but I ended up doing it in can for 4 days. Cause it happened on the weekend.
Are you getting all the emails and things regarding cybersecurity around water and infrastructure?
Yeah, I get them from Nine, or I get them from a couple of often places. Yeah, the ones that seem worthy, I send on to Mark. I do know that we have a malware, somewhere update to do with something with the last one from last month from, I believe it was somebody from Ukraine.
Yeah.
Is what Mark said.
So it worked.
Well,
The malware.
we got to buy the update because apparently they found a way.
Oh, they found a way to do
Whatever
that.
we have, because whatever system we have notifies him if there's a problem.
Yeah.
And you need to do something, and he's right on it. He's great about it, he reaches right out. If he's got to shut us down for a while, he shuts us down, does it. So, yeah, I feel confident with him. We haven't had any problems. The emails that seem super important, I forward on to him, so he's aware of it, but he's on a lot of that stuff too, so that's what he does.
Are you still on manual then?
No.
Or you're back
So,
to?
yeah, it wasn't a huge thing, like he was able to remote in and shut us down and reboot us with some sort of update or something. I mean, I don't think it took him an hour.
Yeah.
And we were back on it,
Okay.
so.
Thank you. Thank you. Did you get your computer, is it back on the way it's so that you?
No, it is not. I
Is that the-
checked Mark to see if he had what he needs, because he cannot access any of that stuff because it's government business stuff.
Is that one of the, I think it's one of the ones that went through tonight. Okay, good, thank you,
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
Okay.
I hope so. Because if we don't get it in the next month, I am done emailing. And I literally spent 30 minutes trying to type 3 lines the other day because of all this pop-up crap. that we need to
Kathy
do.
just paid. We just paid for the
It's a.
bill right there, yeah,
Yeah.
so.
We put it in a certified envelope.
I know, I'm taking pictures and saying.
I know, I've never seen anything like it. You're typing right along and then 15 pop-ups come up and you can't do anything.
You may have to come out and go through your computers.
So
Okay,
hopefully, I texted him, I'm hoping I'll be one of the first ones to get my license back.
maybe set up a time, it's, you know,
Yeah, he can remote in, it's not a
Yeah.
big deal, I just
Right.
got a couple clicks and he's in.
yeah, great, Okay.
That check doesn't go to him, that goes to the
They-
liquor office. They
right.
tell us
right.
Right,
when it's.
that's been, and I didn't understand that, I guess, which was, I thought it was Mark and I kind of been blaming him, and then he's like, no,
No, no, no,
it's a
no, no.
government thing, he says, you guys have to pay.
Right. No,
And
that's-
they'll send me, it's called an admin, I guess, something, and then he can close that on.
Okay,
So hopefully.
She's on vacation too, so
yeah,
it's not like
Yeah.
it would be fast.
yeah, so we'll get that sent as soon as we can. And hopefully you have a computer by the time he gets fixed.
Yeah, I just need my license back so I can have my documents and
Right.
stuff. I mean, that's a terrible idea.
We want you to be able to
I
work.
want it to be in the minutes, never to do that again. It's not worth the $23.
So,
But awful.
I think we've learned, right? Okay, so you're all set?
Yeah, I've been working, Winona's got me some she's, I don't know, if her and Rebecca or Winona, I don't know, but she's going through stuff, trying to make sure everything's up to date and stuff, and that's been working out.
Good.
Good, making sure people that are on and off are off, and
Yeah.
coming up with a plan for that.
So you actually have an inventory of the people that are connected?
Well, we always have,
Right.
but it's like, she doesn't know it because she's new to the system, so
Right.
she's gone through them one by one.
That's wonderful. That's great.
And printing us off lists and asking and stuff, so.
And what about doing the form for people that we have freeze us and stuff?
She said she was gonna, I mean, I don't do re-levying and that stuff, so I
It would
don't.
be a re-levy, it's so that you can hand the form to whoever you're right there and say, here's your bill.
For frost plates and stuff.
Yeah.
We should probably go through the water rules and regs sometime. I don't think we've updated them since 2020. Just
You know,
all through some of that stuff.
as we used to have a backup inventory for freeze outs and things. I'm sure you're using them. They've gone down. Do you have a backup
Oh,
inventory?
yeah. All that stuff on stop.
I know.
It's really because the meter plates for 2 months,
That's why I'm bringing it up.
but that has nothing to do with
No, I know. I got off topic.
stuff. Yeah, no, I keep ample parts
Yeah.
of what we commonly use.
Yeah, that's so important because I mean, you don't know what the winter's gonna bring and if you don't have a part and you can't get it for.
We're still using out meter plates and they did 1 or 2 last week or the week before for places that froze up.
Yeah.
That are getting back on.
Great.
So, yeah, no, I keep that common stuff on hand. There goes a meter or 2 there, 3/4 inch and.
Yeah.
PRVs and stuff like that.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's getting it built out. That's where it's kind of weird.
Yeah, to actually charge the people for the,
Well, you hand them the bill, like everybody wants to pay me when I take them meter plate, and I won't take cash. Like I
you can't.
don't feel that that's right, probably can, but it just doesn't seem right.
Mhm.
So you send them a bill and they never send a check, and you do that 2 or 3 times, and then it goes to Rebecca to get re-levied on the taxes. It's just a pain in the butt.
I don't think they'll re-levy it on taxes because it isn't a tax.
It is the re-levy,
It
that's
is.
tax.
They will.
It has
Do it.
years.
The Lions, they told me no.
It's just a cumbersome process, and I don't know if somewhere through the water, rules, right, rewrite something, to make it a little clean.
That would be separate. That could be a separate.
Yeah, no, separate thing for freeze ups or whatever,
So we'll have to work on that.
but yeah, that would be a good one to get Scott and talk through, and I don't know, what should pay, or something. Yeah. No,
As a-
that's it.
Thank you, Travis. Okay, Pat, you wanna tell us?
Can I interrupt for just 1 minute
Sure.
because I have to go to another?
Yeah.
The Economic Committee,
Yes,
what happened Monday morning?
there is no chairman. So Mary sent out.
I got up and I got my
Oh.
school clothes on. I brushed my teeth.
And you went down to the.
I went there and I sat and I went to open the door and it was locked. And then I thought that maybe I was dazed and confused.
No,
Okay,
Larry sent out an email. You must not have been on the email.
well, then could we take it when we're going to do something like that?
Yeah.
Just like the sewer committee meeting.
Yeah.
I was gonna come to that.
Yeah.
And then I saw that it came off, because that's how I get information
From
on
the
what's
website.
going.
Yeah.
And that's the town of Salem website. So
Okay.
I figured that that would be the place.
Yeah.
Could I make a personal request from our community?
Mhm.
If they're going to be canceled,
Mhm.
or if they're not going to ever happen again,
Mhm.
could they please be taken off of that webpage?
Yeah.
Because I was a little upset, I'll be honest, when
Yeah.
I got to put those school clothes on, nobody's.
Nobody's there.
That's right. I went to the door. I went to the door 2 or 3 times, and I'll be honest with you, I drove back down 22 to make sure that I wasn't dazed and confused and came back. So I would appreciate that if that could be maybe updated.
Yeah.
Okay, and then while I'm on that, sorry to interrupt everybody, but I have to go.
In the
Sewer committee, is that meeting again?
No, I mean, it could in the future. Right now, it's on the website showing it has been, there's
It
no,
disappeared. I have not seen it.
no, it is, there's no need to have a meeting until we have land.
Right, that makes sense, right?
Yeah,
I
and so
concur
you
with
can
that.
meet, we all have too many meetings to go
Right.
to already.
Okay,
And there's no sense in going and sitting there saying, well, we have no land.
right. Oh,
But
yeah.
starts working towards the land banking. Potentially that will resurface, and then we can come back together. Have the sewer
Mhm.
committee.
Yeah.
Because we have land.
Right.
So.
Oh, that makes sense. I guess I just want to make sure.
On the economic committee, I'm sorry that you came and nobody was. there.
Well, what I was actually coming to find out is, remember the survey that was given out here, I think 2 or 3 months ago in our community, not the Washington County one, the one that was actually given out in the community. And, geez, I think it was probably back in maybe May or June. I was wondering if any of the results have been publicized, because I can't find them either.
Okay.
You'll have to understand that being retired, and I have a lot of time to look up things, and,
Did you look into the master comprehensive plan website?
no, I did not.
Okay.
So I
Sherry,
would
why
appreciate,
don't you put your email down here and
I
tomorrow?
would appreciate that, because I have actually had other individuals like, where do we find this?
Put your email down there.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt. And I'll get out of your hair.
So that was for, I think it's under Horizons and Heritage. Howard, did you go into the website? I
Yeah,
don't have
they're
it here in
supposed to
front of
send,
me.
they don't send many updates, I'll tell you that.
Is it in the website? Do you go into the website?
No, once I signed up for it, it said it'd send me updates. I've gotten one update since I
So
signed up
what's,
3 months
what's-
ago.
do you have the website? That's what I'm asking.
Not right off the top of my head. I'll look for it here.
Sherry, I'll send you the website.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Have a good next meeting. Back to you, Pat.
I'm working on July's, I think it should be, somewhere between 280 and 300. I'm waiting to, hopefully, unless Mo's on vacation too, there's a question on something that the planning board did, but I don't have a check for it, so I have to figure out what's going on with that. And then I just spoke to Tom because my program's on the older computer. The mouse is new, maybe the computer doesn't like the new mouse, I don't know, but I can't get anywhere on there because it won't move.
Jeez.
Yeah. Good point. I didn't try that.
Different thing?
It doesn't like the flat surface, but I used my pad on the other computer, I put paper down, I've done in the,
It's a wireless,
no,
it's a.
wireless wouldn't work, so I had to go, I bought it myself.
Okay,
It's a plug.
okay.
Okay. So, are you all set, Pat? Okay. The Georgie?
I sent everybody minutes for this update to public, yay, we got our 501c3 right now. Which is great, so now we can do some grant stuff. Our rentals are going great, Washington County Band had canceled due to weather, and they tried to reschedule twice with me, and they said they can't, they just can't. The HVAC is in and working great, he sat with us in our last meeting, John, the one that put in the system, and explained a bunch of stuff. It's pretty cool how it works. Then we have another John, I don't know his last name, and he is, doing our inventory on all of our Asian stuff that we have, for pieces that we have over there. He's very interested, he's volunteering all of his time, and he has been there 2 Saturdays in a row that I've been there. Getting everything photographed and updated, and so that's good. It's been very busy there, like every day is, I might have to go to 2 garbage cans because we just can't keep up with the garbage. And Sue is looking into NYMER, and Laura has a quote to figure out how much to put for our insurance on our collectibles. I think that's about it. If anybody has any questions.
No, I've been down a few times and there's always people there. Looks great.
Yeah.
Beautifully maintained. The gardens are gorgeous. And so I want to thank all of the volunteers.
are in full bloom.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah. it's
What
fun.
a pleasure.
There's a photographer that comes every day,
Yeah.
and, not every day, but she had, a maternity photo shoot there, and the girl was in the flowers, so I had to hold her and say, take a picture in front of the flowers, not in the flowers. I said 2 reasons, because other people will think that they can do it, and there's 49, so. Other people keep going to labor, she will probably think she do it. Because she was barefoot and everything, so, yeah. But other than that,
And there's that.
and there's that.
Yeah. Thank you, Mary Ann. That's on the treasurer's report. Do you want to review it with us?
Well,
Or are you comfortable
we're
with?
still in the what? Let's get a copy of the treasurer's report, which I just passed around, and, we did make a significant investment in HVAC, because we felt that for the preservation of the arch, that was a really important project to do. And, we had 11 events, I think, in June and July, so weddings, CR rentals, community room rentals, park events, so it's just like Brenda said, it's been super busy. That has brought in $780 just in July, $1,000 donation. We did have a goal of our savings to pay the first half of the HVAC, so that came out of July's statements. We got income from the trust, and so we're doing okay. And I do have information for you soon on the insurance.
Okay.
That's all for that. But it is, things are happening, and it's doing great. And now that we have the 501c3, we can
It's great news.
start encouraging donations, which are going to be tax deductible. That's it.
So the Georgie now is accepting donations and it will be tax deductible. Because it is now a new state provision of the charter and it is a 501c3. So when people donate, they can actually take it off their taxes. So we've worked a long ways in getting that done. All of you have worked very, very hard. Because it shows down there and people are using it. And it's really quite amazing. Thank you. There was something that did come up on the Georgia.
Where did we get price service figured out? Yeah. Guaranteeing you that.
There's nothing that
You went with Florida.
Yes,
And
Yes.
gave the credit card information,
Yes.
so that should be, this is what Kathy had given to me for what the town paid
Okay.
for, and it verifies to this number that she had.
oh, wonderful. Thank you very much. Absolutely, super. Thank you. Very good. Anyways,
I think that's it right now.
So, yeah,
We got it.
yeah, right there. Thank you.
Broken Saturdays, so send the one, number one.
And are they coming in with a museum passport, folks?
I had my first one.
You
set.
did?
I was so excited, I said, come over here, I didn't even know what I was supposed to do. All they did was New York State with the 250 has come up with a passport and you can go to different museums in the area and get a stamp, and we had Laura ordered, like wooden nickel kind of thing that says Georgia Museum on it.
This is what it looks like.
Yep, and you stamp it, so we, yeah, so they were,
If you turn this around, this is the passport side, and when you go in there, if they go to the Georgia Museum or somebody has to stamp it.
yeah.
And so it shows.
Don't they have to find something in the museum?
Yeah, oh yeah, when you walk in the door, you get handed a piece of paper and then you have to look for a specific piece of art. And once you pass that test, then you get the stamp. And
then after that, they're gonna go to Denny's and get a sandwich.
right.
And then they're gonna go from there over to the Shushan Covered Bridge. We're gonna move people around and we're gonna include and increase the economy down in Shushan. That's how this works. You gotta move people around. So here's this lovely creative economy. If you can get people to do this survey. Okay, this is the Georgie, I mean, you guys have already talked to them. It's mosaics.
Oh.
It's Warren Washington
Oh,
County.
sick, okay.
It's for the data
Yeah.
producing. So if you can do that, that would be great. And put it in the museum and encourage people to do it. This is mosaic. It's mobilizing support of art, innovation, and culture. So what that does, they come to the Georgie, they go to the Denny's and they get 4 subs.
Mhm.
And then they go to, wherever. This is how this works.
Ah.
It's increasing the economy in a small town that will make a difference.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't think we have that.
No, I don't think so either. That's the new.
okay, so
Okay.
this is an old agenda of mine. I'm just giving it to you to show you what mosaic is. Okay, so that you have it. Thanks. Thank you very much, and I know the person at the Shushan Covered Bridge Museum would be really happy about the crossing back and forth. That's a big deal. Thank you, guys.
Yep.
Are you gonna get someone to clean the bathrooms?
I'm just, we're just going along.
I worry about you.
It's good.
It's okay?
It's been very, there hasn't been any issues. It's been fine.
Okay, so, thank you. Greatly appreciated. Okay.
We just survived.
Really did a great job.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna keep going. We got the thing from Salem Fire Department, right? And the report from Salem Fire Department. Any questions on that? Shushan Fire Department? Salem Rescue Squad, their numbers are going up dramatically. And I talked to Benny today and Vicki Campbell. It's incredible, the people that we have that volunteer their services for so many different things. And I think we have the best. I'm prejudiced, but I think we have the best. So, the assessor, Abby's working really hard. She was in today. I think we had about 5 phone calls and looking towards exemptions and the different things. So, and planning, can I give you a report? No, so I don't have a planning report. Bancroft Library, we don't have anybody for that. Job control.
The meeting next week, I remember.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Thanks, Scott. Economic Committee, we need a chairman. Larry did resign from that, so if there's anybody that wants to be the chairman of the Economic Committee, we are in need of a chairman for that. So right now, we didn't meet on Monday, because at this point, we don't have a chairman. So, municipal sewer, we're on hold, Fee Park and the 250th. Do you have anything for us?
Trees, we're looking to, well, we haven't been meeting, but because after getting our trees planted, but the plan is to submit another application to the foundation to see if we can get a few more trees. As far as the 250th, our historian report maybe.
Well, my first question was, did the town still want to do something next year at the McCracken House?
Would the town like to sponsor something?
Yes, I mean, did you want to do something else down there?
Is Woody Hill say yes?
Well, I don't know. I'm approaching you first before I go to Karen.
Okay. I thought it was wonderful.
Probably pick a different weekend than Mother's Day. But the only reason I'm asking is our calendar is gonna fill up in February.
Yeah.
So if you want, I can tell you what dates we're gonna be available for a weekend and we can go from there.
Okay.
you're gonna stay the whole time this time.
If it doesn't rain, if it rains, we're gonna like we usually do, go home.
Why don't you figure us out a date?
Okay,
And,
and I'm gonna hope to do it in May because
I
next
should
year.
go forward and figure out a date.
Because
and
next
check
year,
with Woody Hill.
like September and October, November, we're gonna get in flow.
Yeah.
The Washington County was talking today about doing some events, but they didn't nail anything down. So I told them, next year's gonna be big. After that, they can have any weekend they want.
I think it'd be wonderful. I think, you know.
Did you have any other, did the town have any other issues or goals for the 250th?
I don't know that we rely on you for that information, Dave.
Okay, well, I didn't know if anybody had something else other than the blockhouse. I mean, you know, that's gonna take up most of our time,
Yeah, I,
hopefully.
Hopefully.
I think the 4th of July was kind of,
I think that the continual effort that you're making to, you know, educate all of us. It's not just kids anymore, you're educating all of us. And I think the Facebook posts and the sharing of information,
Well, this year I'd like to see the parade end at the carnival grounds.
that's something you have to
And do
take talk to
something.
the courthouse about, because we have nothing to do with the parade.
Right. I mean, if we work out the town, the courthouse, they have it end and maybe even have fireworks.
Yeah.
You know, on the 4th, I think that would be, like we used to.
The courthouse sponsors the parade,
Right.
so you would have to go to them because the town does not do that.
Right. But we had to go to the fire department to use the land, right? They lease it for.
They lease it, they lease it.
Okay. Right, so we'll work on this.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, I'll jump in. As David said, it's been a very busy year with 250th.
Yeah.
And all the events going on. I think the McCracken House thing is a great event.
I do too.
For people, so if that can be done, I think that would really,
Yeah, do wonderful.
really work out. In the minutes that I sent around, there are some things that I said were going to happen, and they have happened. Dave and I today just completed a method to locate material in the town archives. So all that material is on our computer. So if I punch in the name and it comes up and it says this is box so-and-so, it's on steel shelves 2 or 3 or 4. So we don't have to, you know, go all over the room trying to find the boxes. We have a pretty good idea now of where they are. The other thing that we have found because of the celebration, we have people writing books about Salem. We have a woman who's coming in for the 4th time, I believe, because she wants to write a book about the Rangers of Salem. So this guy knows the history of the militia, which is great.
Yeah.
So he's been able to help her
That's what,
a lot. And she's an interesting person, so we're glad to have her come in. We've had people come in as far as Georgia, looking for things and materials, and we have been able to assist them. Does anybody have any questions about the minutes the report that I sent out?
the paranormal clairvoyant from Whitehall. Now tell me,
Yes.
I can't imagine you and that,
That was interesting.
it was.
I never met with a clairvoyant. I always thought a clairvoyant was some girlfriend I had years ago. But it was amazing. That group from Whitehall toured the courthouse and did recordings. It was not one of those overnight situations at all. The courthouse did not want to allow that anymore. So they put that information back. She listened to it, and as she was listening to it, she said names kept popping into her head. And she wrote them all down, and then she came in and spent 2 hours with me, and, you know, she would say, was there a hanging here in Salem? I said, well, yes. You know, there were 3 hangings here, and things just rolled out of it. So after the end of 2 hours, she had a lot of answers to her questions. And then said, you'll get a report from the organization. They will send.
Grim Reaper investigation,
Pardon?
Grim Reaper
Yes,
investigation.
yeah. You know, so that was an experience for me. The closest I ever came to somebody doing that was my Aunt Melina, who always wanted to read my palm. I would say, oh, yes, you're going to be a grown man. So
That's good.
it really has been busy. And we had a lot of visitors this year, and I think we'll continue to have a lot of visitors also.
That's wonderful. Thank you very much.
Any questions?
No, you did bring up the back wall. Is Asa Fitch going to work towards doing something on the back wall of the Revolutionary War Cemetery this year?
Yes, yes, the Fitch Society, in fact, at the Rotary meeting the other night, because Rotary is doing the legwork on that, and Fitch is funding the expenses for the cleaning material and for the cemetery repair stone that will take place this fall, probably in September.
Is it still Greystone Matters? Is he coming back? Or the
Same guy,
same guy?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, same guy's
Yeah.
coming back. And having then got seeing Josh, the tree man, to get a quote on doing something with the trees on the west wall. And so we're not quite sure how that's going to work out. That's it.
Okay, thank you very much, Al.
There's nothing else on the agenda for the blockhouse today, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
Then I will bid you all adieu.
Thank you very much. What about the gun? What about the gun? Did you-
David?
Yep.
If you open the back of my car, those things, okay.
Yep, okay, thank you very much.
Oh, you're bringing it to him,
Okay.
not to show the town board.
Yeah, I'll stop down and see it.
The wooden.
No, you're just gonna go with it.
Oh, yeah, I'm still doing the food pantry.
Yes.
Just one more thing that I forgot.
Yep.
Was part of the historian's job is to write articles about Salem's issues. The next one will be in the Eagle this week, entitled "The Early History of the Salem Fire Department."
Oh,
So pick it up.
that's great.
Al, with you retiring, I need you to write something up because we got to advertise for your position.
I gave it to him.
You did give it to him, okay, you told me you had it.
Yeah.
Okay, she told me she had it. Okay.
Yep.
Acting bills for trees yet, does that make sense?
You haven't seen a bill?
No.
You haven't seen a bill from, I was gonna ask you actually, because I hadn't heard from him. I know he was on vacation, I know that, that's about it.
You might want to check it out.
I will do that.
Yeah, I see it. And I haven't seen it.
Okay.
Okay, so the historian. Okay, public comment? Mike?
What are we looking at, how many budget for increase?
We haven't started the budget yet. There's been a lot of stuff thrown out there. I do know that the health insurance came in an increase of 21.5%. That doesn't bode well because those are all contracts that you have with employees that include the health insurance with. So that's a substantial increase. So everything else has to wrap around there. I know last year, the amount that we went through every single line, going through, trying to get it from the 40% back to, I think it was 16.2. I start budget meetings with my committees next week. So I will be out there full days doing that because we have to go, we have to have it less than that and we can't afford it. So we got to figure out a way to get through it. And, crazy stuff is being thrown out there, just because you got to think outside the box. What would happen if you, close the building down one day a week and you only were open 4 days a week? what would happen if you redid this, or what would happen, what is the, cost of, what would be the change if they took sales tax up to 8%? You know, Saratoga, Warren, and Washington County are the only ones in the state that are at the rate that we are. So all kinds of things are being talked about. It's not sustainable. It's frightening. And we'll just keep doing, you know, we've got to figure out something different. Unfortunately, that's the CHPE money starts November and December. The town of Salem doesn't get CHPE money. Okay, which is, I don't know if everybody's familiar with that. That is the, where the electrical lines came down from Canada, down through Washington County. So it's important for us because we are not recipients of that money. Other towns will get this money and feel fairly well off. We will not, okay? So it's really important for us to pay attention to our budgets, pay attention to how we spend our money, and pay attention to the family budget. So I go to every single committee meeting that there is,
I see it.
you know, because it's important.
Then, the $25 million and, our Western governor gave you guys, what's I'm sorry, President, where that money go?
That was Kingsbury and Fort Edward.
Or
We didn't have
what
any.
townships got screwed out of $2
We
million?
didn't have land. It was, they go to sewer and we didn't have that land.
Still,
I know,
okay.
I hear you. I was not happy, but I'm like, we had to have land. We
Yeah,
didn't have land.
are you supervisors looking into code enforcement? Something's got to be done. No?
Yeah, they, Mark Harwood came and talked at the last meeting in public safety. And
Bill, there's a lot of money in this.
well, and the important thing to remember is that we can talk about, you know, Great Meadows leaving, we can talk about ABK Tech leaving, we can talk about pension fund and the change there, the incinerator. If we don't take care of the people that we have, which are contractors and people that are in the building trades, they're part of our resources. And rather than giving them a lot of headaches, we need to really look out and take care of them. And so, they don't need more fees, they don't need more oversight. They need to fall within the bounds of to keep people safe, I'm not saying that. But it's something that is, you know, that oversight slows people up. It costs money. Scheduling is hard. It's like what Travis talking about supplies. If you have to wait 6 months for supplies, all of a sudden your building cycle or your construction cycle changes because of a supply chain or having to work through the permit process.
Weather.
And weather, yeah, so, Mike, anytime you want to come and talk about it, I'm more than happy to talk to you about it. If you have any suggestions, certainly I'd be happy to take it to the county because we are, you know, I don't see it, it's not going to go under the tax cap. There's no way. Inflation's gone too high.
You guys implemented the flex policy, right, a couple months ago?
Yes, believe me. If I look tired, it's because I've had 10 phone calls today and I'm working with those people.
Is the town gonna be held liable
Or,
if we have a major flood, they have a bridge that was supposed to be removed, they have the White Creek and Black Creek to the Vermont line that should be dredged, cleaned up.
Mhm.
Is the town gonna be liable if something major happens?
not that, I mean, we had, like I said this to Tom, and I said this to FEMA. Work was done before Tom came, when he was before mayor, work was done, then after the last storm, they put in almost $500,000 into the, up by, Bramers, 250 there, and then another 240 over here. Okay, so when that was done, it's almost $500,000 worth of money was thrown at to help with the problem. And it didn't even show up as if anything was done.
Well, you know, he got a bond with the law.
The one,
He got a bond with the law.
They didn't do
but I'm saying,
part of what they were.
but what they did was that project cost almost $500,000. And on
Your
the maps,
stay in,
right,
and it's all gone.
You got a mountain.
yeah. So what I'm saying is the amount of money thrown at it didn't make a darn bit of difference in our FEMA
Well,
bills.
like I said, FEMA's telling you guys what to do. Well, how come you guys can't go to FEMA and say, hey, we got a serious problem here?
Mhm.
And it's gonna happen. The other day, we got 2 inches of rain on my house in 15
Oh, I
minutes.
know it. Yeah, I agree. I saw it.
Um,
Yeah.
Then my other thing is, why does the village, the old village,
Mhm.
get their leaves, their brush picked up, and the rest of the residents in your town? It's not get that service.
So when the dissolution happened, we get CETC money. Okay, so every single
60,000.
133,47. 133,047. Okay, approximate. If my numbers. Stick in my head. That we did that every single year for the village designation to continue services within the village. So September, about, we get that payment. And that's,
But you think it's fair for the rest, I mean,
I'm not saying it's fair, but I'm just saying that that's what why that money comes in. Is to continue the services that the whole village. Has. So, and that's, and to, I can't say it right.
yeah,
Perpetuity. You know,
it's money, what's the lifespan of the road when you pave it? Before you can resurface it again,
10 years,
okay?
according to chips. It's not lasting that long, but we can't use chips money and get it before 10 years.
Well, I've been here 26 years. The Chambers Road is gonna get paved a third time. John Jenkins and, what was, Joe Beauclair. That's when Bruce, allocated, what, $60,000, $80,000 to push for the blacktop. I'm just saying. Well, if it's a 10-year cycle, why would we pave the road again? I
This
don't hear,
end hasn't been done in 10 years.
what's that?
I said, the end that we're working on right now has not been done. Last 10 years.
I've been here 26 years, it's been done twice. It was dirt when I moved here. Jenkins and Joe did it, and Joe saved us a ton of money, put an inch down, and 10 years later, they had to do it all again. So, is there any records of this? Well,
I don't have any previous chip records. I have very few, there are some, but I have very few from Joe.
and when your operators grade roads, why are we leaving 2 and 3 foot of sod between the road cut and the ditch? Have you been up our road? You're over Chambers every day, take her out of my road. You got water running a quarter mile down the road, from Mike Fogler's all the way down to Jane and Jeff Lori's, and you got 6-inch ruts in the center of the road. The water's going from the west side over to the east side. Well, why don't you guys cut that sod off? So the water can get to the ditch.
Well,
Well, it's, you know,
there's 40 miles of it need doing. We've already cut 3 this year, 3 roads. We've cut the shoulders, but it's impossible to get to every mile every year.
when you grade the road, do it.
Yeah, but I don't think you want all that sod in the road, do you?
Put it in the ditch, send it.
Yeah, but then the ditch is full.
They're full now. How much money, has been put into the 2022 international?
122. First new truck, just got a set of steer tires.
No, the old international, 02. 02.
Oh, the frame, we just did the frame job on it. I think that total was like 120. I can get you the bid.
No,
Or the bill.
I'm just saying you put 120 and it's just got a cabin chassis for 286,000. So another 100,000, you could add another new truck.
No. We got a cabin chassis for 190.
190,
Yes.
and you put 120,000 into a 23-year-old truck.
Yeah.
That's feasible.
Yeah. It's a brand new truck now. I mean, essentially it has no emissions. And it's nothing, we need a spare truck, I didn't want to spend, what's the total of it? Three, I think for cab, for box plow and all the stuff, it's like three.
347.
Yeah, I was gonna say 337 for the whole thing.
And why are all, not all, but why are the trucks being left outside of all the crime up there? Why are
Depends
they?
on what's in the shop, apart, the great all been in there for 2 months, so that tied up 3
You
days.
got cameras down there?
There's no,
There's no cameras outside?
cameras inside. It's like $6,000 or $8,000 for cameras, and we haven't been able to get it in the budget.
What's that, Mike? I'm gonna move on. Anybody else? Tina?
I just wanted to let you know what I told y'all was gonna happen has happened. This is from my mortgage company saying you must have flood insurance. I already did. I'd be an idiot if I didn't. But there's, I don't know how many people in this town that don't have it, that now they're gonna be required to. And the rates just keep going up and up and up.
Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Want to read the letter, please?
During a recent review, we discovered that your property is now located in a special flood hazard area, as shown on maps published by the Federal Emergency Management Agency. FEMA periodically revises these maps to more closely identify property flood exposure. The Flood Disaster Protection Act of 1973, a federal law, as amended by the National Flood Insurance Reform Act of 1994, requires that flood insurance be purchased and maintained on loans, liens secured by buildings that at any time during the loan lien are located in a special flood hazard area and are in a community that participates in the National Flood Insurance Program. Because your property is now located in a special flood hazard area, you're required to maintain flood insurance. Currently, we do not have a copy of your flood insurance. Please contact your agent and have them provided to them. If we don't receive proof of a current flood insurance policy on your property within 45 days from receipt of this letter informing you that you were mapped into SFHA, we're required by the Flood Act to purchase flood insurance for you at your expense. The premium for this insurance will be charged to your escrow account. If you don't have an escrow account, we will establish one for you. Once our lender-placed coverage has been issued, you may still replace it with a standard flood insurance policy that you obtain on your own.
Thank you.
Yep.
You are one of many that have received it. My phone's ringing off the hook.
I had a feeling.
And I've, been tried to meet with 4 or 5 people a day to review it with them. The town of Salem, actually had FEMA and Delaware Engineering and DEC all come to a meeting. We all remember that when they were all here. We knew this day was gonna come. The day has come. And so, now it goes back to the homeowners to see and get off the LOMA. I have the applications in the town office. It's LOMC. Okay, so, it's a letter of amendment. So that you can get off the flood insurance if you so want to. You still have the choice of whether you want it or don't want it, but there are elevation with some people that they really don't need to be on it. They've never been flooded before, but they're still within the flood. So an old name that has come up is called Alton Knapp. He worked with the town years ago. I've been with him, and he is homeowners in the area are reaching out to him to talk with them about whether they should pursue the LOMA and some, it's definitely, you definitely know that they're not gonna be able to get off. But there are some that are. in the town of Salem, we have a lot of properties within this area. And what's gonna happen is, first of all, say like somebody that has a $200,000 mortgage could pay an additional $500 a month for flood insurance. Okay, the lowest I've gone is 180,000, or not 180,000, 18,000. Somebody owed 18,000 on their mortgage, and it was $150 a month for flood insurance. So there's a huge range of costs. And it's scary, it's frightening, it's hard for people, I mean, if we talk about taxes going up, well, add another $500 a month to what you might owe for flood insurance. So the problem is gonna be, I'll get to you in a minute, Tom. What's gonna happen with this is that there's a pay me now and pay me later. The values of your house have actually just gone down because who would want to buy a house that required flood insurance, right?
You got it.
So this balance is pretty crazy.
You pay this
And,
mortgage, a useless piece of property, for anyone money.
Yeah, so I'm sorry,
And there are many trees that have come down between my house and the old railroad bridge.
Mhm.
There is a complete blockage. The cornfield behind my house,
Mhm.
if you were to walk across that, it takes like a 90 turns right there.
Yeah.
That is completely blocked. You
Which
cannot
is-
walk through there. Yep, and there's numerous ones between. Nobody is going in and we can get cleared out.
so,
So once we get 11 inches of rain in 24 hours, guess what?
I'm
We're all
I'm meeting with the DEC next week, to talk about the standards of the creek and what they can do to help. So, I'm actually meeting with them next week with a few people to talk about what we can do for flood mitigation.
If I get down there between now and then, I will send you pictures.
Thank you, that'd be great.
The day I went down, I didn't have my phone with me, so I couldn't take pictures.
If you could, that would be a big help.
I think Al had his hand up next, I'm not sure.
Al, did you have your hand up next?
Well, yeah, it was sort of a complaint that you had so much grief tonight. I'm not going to bring it up.
Go ahead.
But I want to
Go
thank you. This job is a tough job, and I appreciate everything that you're doing for us. It's not easy, and I'm sure it keeps you awake at night. But again, I thank you. I'll visit with you in person about.
Okay.
the other
Okay,
thing.
I'll be around tomorrow. I'm meeting out on that tomorrow. He's actually coming to Salem to talk with people that are being affected, and we're gonna work towards trying to sort some of this out.
Reason I came tonight was with the flooding situation, and I brought it up last month, is that I am reasonably sure in saying that 100% of White Creek is moved by people from possibly even before the revolution. Right through to even before that. The 1900s, well before that.
Mhm.
And I think a lot of it had to do with even with the Bad and Kill and even in White Creek with people looking at manufacturing facilities for water power.
Mhm.
And the valley crossings that are on White Creek should be running in the middle third of the valley. I've been told that by water specialists, the DEC. And it's good as valley crossings that goes from one side of the valley to the other, several places. Person, a water specialist in USGS told me and sent me maps, and I have them up at the shop, that he had never seen the headwaters of any stream in this country with as much 80% or more slope as White Creek has in Rupert and Stangate, Vermont. And he said, my God, he says, I don't see, and he sent me the maps, and there's no 20-foot lines on the topographic maps, they're all 100-foot lines right tight together.
And that's great.
And so with the storm cells, how they're hitting up there, like on Bear Mountain, if you look at it, if you come off the cemetery road, coming this way and you look over at it, it's sticking up high enough. At 3,300 feet, that what can get hung up there can have a huge impact where we're not necessarily getting any part of that rain down here. So with the movement of all of it, and then what I've seen with bridges, even when I was mayor, is the county does not have adequate sized bridges.
Right.
In the state of New York, even down here, from what I got from them on the Route 22 bridge, is not large enough. And then they put a precast beams underneath it. And my sons took pictures during the storm of the water coming out of the Route 22 bridge, going straight up like this. And it was well over 10 feet high above the railings on the bridge, headed towards Tina's house down there. And I've showed that to several engineers, and no one had ever seen anything like it.
Yeah, it's awful. It's terrible. It's terrible.
But is there, I mean, FEMA, you guys do this, where's the funding to resolve this? I mean, it's like.
They're not, you gotta open the door with it.
I think Richard should be on a solution problem.
Well, I don't know if we agree.
Don't you think they'd make a good team?
But the thing I
Solution
think
problem.
that needs to happen is that the stream needs to be moved in multiple locations.
Yeah.
So it's not going across the valley, because each one of these valley crossings, it's coming down the valley over the farm fields.
Stewart.
That's all well and good, Tom, but that's never gonna happen. You know that, because it's too big a project. They spent $500,000 just moving what was there. They're not gonna move the whole stream. So what would you suggest? How would you suggest we do it?
They've got to,
How would you suggest we proceed to do it?
they've got to move.
How would you proceed to suggest we
I
proceed?
just said it.
He wants you to move it. Where are you gonna go? You're gonna say, hey FEMA,
I will talk with DEC this week to see what they can come up with. And there'll be county employees there, DEC, because it's a county problem too. Okay, I said, if we don't deal with the problem, then, Washington County right now is 17 towns. Let's see, how will you operate with 16?
I think you need a committee that's looking at it and can address the issues.
Yeah. Let me see what I can bring back, okay, and then, I will suggest at DEC if, what their recommendations are, and we can bring it back and create a committee, okay?
We've had a committee.
We did have a committee.
I
We had to create different ones.
wouldn't even ask DEC that.
Yeah.
I would do some of it, but I'm saying.
Yeah.
that
The engineering reports, one calling that bridge a significant obstruction,
Mhm.
and yet it's still there.
Yeah.
So we spent a ton of money on reports
Mhm.
and hours on this.
Do you still have the report? The
Of
engineer?
course I do.
I thought you might. Could I have a copy of it, please? Before I go to the meeting next week?
And when I was talking with Evan, who wrote the last report,
Yeah.
he said it was completely infeasible to ever put a bridge down here the size it would need to be.
Yeah.
It would be requiring down, removing numerous homes.
Yeah.
And the width of it and the height of it, for how much traffic it takes, would make no sense to spend that kind of money and undertake that kind of project for that small of a road.
So it'd have to come out.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
If you can get me that engineering study.
Yeah, you don't have it in the.
You drive around Washington County, you find how many places that you find two bridges within 1,000 feet of each other.
And they're both undersized.
That's one problem.
Yeah.
So the other problem is the Route 22 bridge, the new bridge down here is also gonna cause a serious problem down there with the Archibald Street Bridge gone.
Yeah, it shoots it straight at mine.
So you almost
Right.
have to
This
do
one does.
both bridges at the same time.
With the gravel
Yeah,
is lined up with your house,
lined up right up with mine.
with the lawns.
Either that or Arbor the north side.
The what?
Either that or Arbor the north side from the 22 bridge. Down beside
Yeah. So you actually put up like,
or down.
Well, if you look at Hoosick Falls,
Oopsie,
it's concrete walls that are down there. On the Hoosick River. It's amazing what they've done in so many places to protect the people. Because manufacturing in the early days messed up streams all over the region.
Mhm.
And you know, since you drive down there and look at it,
so where is that, where the concrete walls in Hoosick Falls, you said? Can you give me the addresses for those?
you just drive down the village of Hoosick Falls and drive through it.
You could go to where. If you stay with 22 and it crosses over.
Yeah.
And then turns south.
Yeah.
That road that goes off to the north right there, you could get it.
Yeah, at the end of John Street, you take a right.
Thank you.
And if you're ever over in East Arlington, there's one there.
Max Sui down, right?
Sorry?
Max Sui, the factory down there, the paper factory, down there, where you're talking about.
Yes,
Yes. Right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
So let me go through some of these things and also I will report back on what happens next.
I think we should have a committee and come up with the pictures and everything else of all of it.
I'd like to find out who would be responsible for all the debris in the creek, you know, from one end to the other. I mean, I was here for that water meeting that we had. You had everybody here,
Yeah.
DEC, everybody was here.
Yeah.
I just was under the impression, everybody was passing the buck to each other. Everybody just, well, you gotta go talk to the county, no county, go talk to here, and then go talk there. And on the way out, do you want to buy some flood insurance? That's what I got out of the whole thing. I mean, nobody addressed anything that was really seriously going on.
Well, and those
Take a
are,
pamphlet, you know, and go over and talk over here, then talk to here. You know, it's not really-
My point is,
I've been.
it's very easy for someone to come up with the fact that it was
I've been all the
moved.
way to the governor's office.
Okay, well, you're not gonna move it back, Tom, so.
Yes, you are.
You gotta clean all the crap out of there.
No, yes, you are.
okay, guys. In the meantime, Thank you.
It can't be moved.
thank you for your input. I really appreciate that. I will go forward and bring out all of your suggestions next week. I have to agree with you regarding how I left with the same feeling. Okay, in the meantime, we all know that we're a community. We're gonna look out for each other. And those stream beds,
The town and the farmers used to take care of it every year.
Yeah, but then you know, they said, okay, yeah, so if the farmer's gonna be responsible for taking care of this for you.
Go pound sand if you're not gonna do.
well, Howard, do you have something to say?
Nope,
No?
not gonna change it.
Okay, it's a problem. There's no question. I mean, I've been literally personally and with people and talking with Elton Knapp and looking at what we can do as a community. I mean, sometimes it comes back to who your neighbors are and what is where, okay? And things just,
We haven't got a bridge that's handling it because of the water.
I agree.
In all these places.
I agree with you, Tom. I'm not arguing with you on that part. I'm talking about trees being in the streams.
Are you willing, because I cannot apply for a buyout from FEMA?
Yeah.
You have to apply, the town has to apply for a buyout of my property would be FEMA. Find out how much they say fair market value, but they haven't been proof about anything else, so I don't trust them on that either.
Okay, Tina, can you
What
come,
year?
Said it would be there for.
Yeah,
can you come and see me?
Yeah,
And you're gonna bring me the engineering report and also if you have any information on the
Yeah.
buyout property, I'd like to see that too. Okay, thank you.
already.
Okay, thanks for coming.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go keep going forward with our agenda. Everybody good with that? You got something else? Go ahead.
Somebody look into the old surf factory. See what they're based on. It's pretty sickening, I think.
Okay,
You'll be shocked.
okay, I will look into it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, that's another person.
Assess, yeah.
Okay, I will look and see. Now we're all set to move forward? Okay, okay. We did on the old business, we did the local law number 3, that's done. Master comprehensive plan update. It sounds like the website is not updated, and we'll go in and ask them to make sure it's updated. And find out why you're not getting the information, Howard. Okay,
I sent you that website on your phone.
okay, thank you, thank you. Brian Maker grant, that's on hold. Hudson Greenway grant, I met with Northeast Rail on Saturday. And, they would, on the two grants, those we put in for a feasibility study. And that's the way that grant is written. If you want to buy paint or nails with it, it doesn't work that way. So, we talked a great deal about what they could do with it. My recommendation to them was to suggest that we work with the EDC, we work with the Hudson Green Water and see if they would take on, Northeast Rail would take on lead agent. And we could shift those grants into their responsibility so we, as a town, would not have to do it. Okay, so I'm working with them on that because what we can do with it, with the grant that was authorized, is not what they want to see done with it. Structural assessments are not part of that grant funding. It's only for engineering feasibility study, right away covenants, finding out who owns what. That's what the grant was for, to help with them being able to go forward. So that conversation is happening. Is anybody opposed to that? Seeing if they can switch it. Okay, so that is not something we're gonna carry forward. If I can have a motion from the town board.
Incur no cost to the town, correct? You
No.
don't have to pay like 10% of the grant.
Nope. Nope, if we say no, we're not doing it. But I need it's not my decision, it's a town board decision. So I need a resolution from the town board saying that we've reconsidered both of these grants and that we are not going to pursue them.
The other one's the EDC one.
Yeah,
that one,
EDC and the Hudson Greenway grant.
Gotcha.
So Howard, do you have got a question?
Nope.
No. Somebody want to make that motion for resolution?
That we're not interested in it. Like,
Yeah, what they're gonna do is write a letter, and we're gonna write a letter saying that Northeast Rail has a mission statement.
right.
Okay, within that mission statement, the boundaries of this grant doesn't fit their mission statement. So that you're at crossroads, you can't come to a decision on how you're gonna use this. Well, it's the type of thing where if they don't wanna do the engineering, then there's no need for this money to be spent. It should just go back. My opinion, it's all text. So not that we're not still partnering with them, encouraging them, and I said, I'll be the first one at the door, we don't want to paint the door. But this is something that is
Out of our,
it's out of our realm.
yeah.
So, so the resolution would say, we appreciate the 30,000, but we can't stay within the parameters of the grant, so we're going to rescind that award. So,
I'll make that resolution.
What's that?
I'll make that resolution.
But is that both at the same time or do we do it?
One at a time.
Okay.
One at a time. So Hudson Greenway, let's start with the Hudson Greenway grant for 30,000. Do we have a second on that?
I'll second that.
Okay. Any more discussion on that?
What's that, Scott?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, and can we do the same with the EDC grant?
Same form, everybody.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Have a
Yeah.
good night. Are you cousins, Drew? Sorry.
I'll make a resolution for the Washington County EDC to rescind.
Okay, do we have a second?
So yeah,
Hey, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Thank you. So I will continue to meet with Northeast Rail, but for this part is done. Okay. The field legal notice, with Pat and Travis did that already, and Kathy, can you talk with Travis about what John Bramer, with the, I don't know if that's something that Travis, John Bramer called me about the increase in diesel. He's most concerned about the diesel. I'm gonna keep going so we can get done, but no, Kathy. Thank you. Okay, here we got the electronic sign work permit. That's Travis has that. New business. It'll be soon time to do the 2027 town Salem budget. In your books that everybody got, there is a like timeline that happens. Okay, so Kathy will, do the, the department head, so people. Okay, so if you can do that so that we can get them thinking about it, so we don't have it be lasting forever like we did last year. This is Scott's. Scott, it's a helpful magazine.
Very much so. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. So we'll get that started. And the CDBG grant application, you saw that last thing for the 350,000 for people in Salem that could benefit from, you know, whether it's a buyout property like Tina's just talking about, or a furnace or whatever. That's what that money can be used for. You heard a parcel of that with the rebuilding together through Saratoga. That's Washington County designated money. That's not Town of Salem designated money. What we're looking for is Town of Salem designated money.
So we sent you late this afternoon. With the public hearing notice of the date already in it, because the Sioux Falls. Nicole wasn't there, she's on vacation, but to check the date. I just put it in there because it was a suggested. You could do it the Wednesday of the fair, I just allowed that, we thought I'd be here, so. They said Monday the 31st, you're gonna have to have it in the town office because of the justice.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, though, so they don't meet at night. Justice on the day tonight. Yeah.
Okay, so let's see if it'll be on the calendar. If we can get on the calendar, I would be good to have it on that.
Be out by
That Monday.
you.
So that's Monday, what is it?
DA, when's 38th?
The what?
The DA day.
Third Monday.
Oh, third Monday, so that would take care of it, okay.
So it would be Monday evening, and let's hope we can do it in here. And that would be at 5 o'clock.
Monday's what?
Monday.
31st.
Oh, 31st.
Yeah. So that would be August 31st at 5 o'clock. And that would be a public hearing for the CDBG grant, which is the 350,000, which would help people in the town of Salem.
That's the resolution that I sent you then, because you gotta have the public hearing. With input, if anybody shows up.
Okay.
Before.
So do we have do you need a motion for the public hearing? Pat?
I need a resolution.
Okay.
So
So,
make a resolution to have a public meeting about the CDBG application.
okay, thank you. Do we have a
I'll
second?
second it.
Thank you. Any discussion on that?
Yeah, we put 5, is that all right? And you want to
5 o'clock.
change the time, right? Okay.
That's good. Yep, that's fine. Okay,
Scott, is that all right with you? Or is it all right with it? Okay, fine.
yeah, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much.
And I'll check with them. So tomorrow, for the library.
Yeah, that's what you said. Thank you. I'm gonna be busy with Mr. Knapp.
We can change that.
So Town of Salem sign law review, quite frankly, I have not had the time to research or review it because I've been too busy with the FEMA. FEMA, we've heard a lot about that already. Okay, the DASNY grant project 7012. I've been going back and forth with Senator Ashby today. They had heard already from DASNY and it's the same change of address would not be a problem. So the next is the 400-page application. 175,000. Yes, yeah. So,
Yeah, we back her up with Sunday and there.
yeah,
We was called, but we went to the bottom.
very thankful. Yeah. So supervisors report, I was gonna talk about FEMA and then, differences, the hardship this is for so many people. The other thing is sales tax. We went through that in the treasurer's report last at finance. And Salem will receive 1,064 more every quarter. So at least it went up, it didn't go down. So that is a help. That is the amount we will use in the 2027 budget, is it showing that increase. So that's not a bad thing, that's a good thing. Any other things to come before the?
You approved the minutes for July 29th, right?
Yes.
You can't, because if you look at your last page, you got a bunch of blanks.
Yeah.
Those are my nights.
Yeah.
I think it's
I didn't write it.
right.
Now, if I put that in, if I put it like that or not. Yes, but I wasn't here.
Yeah,
So I just left it.
I'll make that. Whoever took the minutes and stuff, I don't know. I guess they did. Then.
Oh, you mean when we came out of executive meeting?
Yeah.
Minutes.
I just put, I don't know who made the motion to come out. Asked you did.
Yep, Scott, you did, and Brenda, and I think Brenda seconded it to come out of executive session,
Out of.
out
Out of.
okay.
Yeah.
And we were all in favor to come out, so it passed 5-0.
So you made the second regular come out?
Yes. That's it.
Okay, Howard, did you make the motion to adjourn out of the executive session?
Yeah, I
And Tom, did
guess.
you second it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, and we were all in favor and the meeting adjourned. No. With no action taken. Meeting adjourned with no action taken.
I guess that's, it's stated about where it comes out. I just put on local statement of receipts were made in executive session. I didn't even know if that was the truth, but I assumed it was. It's where we made the motion at that executive session.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Howard made the motion to adjourn, seconded it.
Tom,
I'll just get in there and put that in there.
yeah, that'd be great. Thank you.
You know what time it adjourned about? 'Cause it was, I don't even know what time you left.
It was, like 5:45. It wasn't long because Phil was shocked when he got home.
Yeah, almost.
So 5:60. Okay, Pat, you got everything?
I'm just gonna put 6.
Okay,
All right.
yep.
You want to talk about the health center?
Okay. So, Tom just brought up about the health center. Okay, and, what is its pleasure? This is July.
I think we should move there. But,
I'm not that.
I mean, but the thing is, we need to start talking about it because we got the 90 days
That's right.
things and all that, and if we don't get on it, we're gonna have a problem.
So how do we want to start? Do we want to create a committee so we can start looking towards that? I think we're gonna
Well,
need.
I think we still need a letter from Glen Falls Hospital saying they aren't gonna renew.
It's, we've talked about that, Howard. they're not gonna write that letter. Okay. Because it's Albany Med, first of all, it's not Glen Smoke's Hospital. Our checks come from Albany Med.
Okay, Albany Med. But they're supposed to give us 90 days, according to the lease, if they
Right.
aren't gonna renew.
Right, so 90 days would bring it into, October.
We've got budget going on at the same time.
Right.
Yeah, we have the same issue. We have the same issue
Right.
with where we are, so.
So do we want to create a committee to look into how we're gonna handle this? Yeah, I mean, that wouldn't be a bad idea for, to see if you could have a site visit. To go in and see, what that looks like inside, what would need to be done.
Did we get the report from?
We had for the structural assessment for the, roof.
just the
And it was
Oh, the building.
the whole building, it's a whole building, but
Okay.
I'm talking about design of, I mean,
No, but I mean, I hadn't seen what they said about
the structural.
the structure assessment.
I will send that out to you.
Right? We
So,
I haven't seen it.
huh?
We haven't seen it, so
Okay,
I'd like to see that.
I will send that out to you.
And I wouldn't mind if we could get it to her in there, just so it's been a long time and we toss whether the judge and group would code with us, whether they won't, or if there's enough room for all of us.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Together.
I think initially, not the judge. And the reason I say it is because the way it's set up with all their computers and.
Yeah, it was just one of those things that we tossed
Yep,
around.
yep. But a meeting area certainly, but we, like she said, we need to go in and see
Right,
what's there
right,
for rooms and
right.
size and.
So I
But
think
if we
that,
have a committee, we can't have more than 2 or 3 of us, right?
No.
Because that is a quorum, so.
no, you'd have to have a committee of 2. And that would be, the ability to, okay, what is it that you want it to look like inside, like you said, do you want the justice to go in there? Do you want the justice to come in there 5 years from now? You've got the community space, you got the town board space. You might, there's probably, so 3 offices in there. Down the hallway, and then you've got the PT room area.
Yeah, and when they used to do throw light on off the lane now, because I don't live in G. No, she said talking about the actual,
Yeah.
what there is there.
Yeah.
Army store, right, and walk down the hall.
Yeah.
That's a pretty area where it can be for the, so, and I've seen them walk up and down stairs, but what there is upstairs, if it's stored, I don't know, I have no idea. I don't know, she likes to buy, but I don't know.
What did the engineer say? What's gonna be the cost to get this building up to code? Especially
it's-
saying everything's a roof.
It's a medical facility. It's up to code. It's up to code.
Right.
Yeah.
The
So,
thing is, Mike, is that we're paying rent
I know,
and we own this
I
building.
know.
The grant she was talking about, that Jake Aspey's office called us up and said they have $175,000 for us to make that building better. So we have, all of a sudden,
It's a start.
you get, all of a sudden, we got some money to work with, like you said.
Yeah. We had, when Seth was here, remember we looked into the fire bays, and it was gonna be like $1.5 million back then. And then we were told, because of the dissolution, they came back and said, oh, wait, tell Sam, you can't do this, that's part of the Bancroft building and you don't own it, it's no one void or gone away, so the money's been sitting there, but nobody ever told us that.
I just got the email last week.
Right.
Yeah.
We like,
Good timing.
notice this.
Good timing. So in the meantime, I mean, things like, is there a copy of the blueprint the way it sits now? That would be helpful, because it would have measurements on it, would show where windows are, shows where exits and, entrances are.
It's ADA compliant.
It's ADA compliance,
You
office
just for
for,
bathrooms and stuff, so.
bathrooms are all in there.
Right.
cellar over that.
I have not been down in the cellar, but there is an upstairs. It's on the back. I did go up on the roof. Not yesterday, a few years back. And it's an old roof. It's a rubber membrane roof. It's probably gotta be close to 25 years old. Structural assessment talks about that. It also talks about the edge. You know how you fold rubber membrane down in? It's come away from it, and so the water is going down. Yep, and down over the concrete blocks on the golf side. So I'll send you out the structural assessment. And I'll ask Elite, Anne Marie Hatch if they have an old blueprint of the building. And see if we can get some measurements that have already been done, and maybe that's included in the structural assessment.
Can we just ask for a,
Is it?
well, for a visit, but I mean, from the people you know at Glens Falls versus in Albany, that say we need this, we need something from them,
Mhm.
saying they're not gonna come. You said they're not gonna renew it. Well, that's,
But also, we don't have to read it.
yeah.
That's a given
But we don't want to feel like we're kicking them out either. Or make it seem like we're kicking them out.
Yes, we're not gonna get out of it. They have employees to think about.
Okay,
I've asked.
then we need to make a decision.
Right, if they can't cooperate on that, and then I guess we make the decision.
Yep.
So in the meantime, let me reach out to, I'll send you out the structural assessment that LaBella did. Okay, let me see if I can get an old blueprint of the building. It was
We have, since we own it.
the blueprint of the interior of the medical facility, probably not.
Did they talk about that one?
They set it up for their own
Separate
purposes.
rooms on the courthouse.
Back in the day, that was the fever, right?
Yeah.
And I was courthouse, right, I was walking down during that over.
Seemed like it was three things, movie theater, like, was there a plaque on the wall that gives the year or what was there?
It's a Star Theater,
I think.
and then it was the courts. Judge Hammett was in there. So it was the Washington County court system for surrogate's court. And then it went from there to the medical facility. Yep.
Or, yeah, that's right.
So I'll also see if we can, yeah, I can see if we can visit.
That would be a start.
I went, there's nothing, no reason why they wouldn't let us visit, and then we could possibly get more information.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll work on that, and I want you guys all to think about who wants to be on this committee. Okay,
Are we still on public for a second? Because Rebecca's here for the library.
we're still on,
I'm sorry.
yeah, we're still recording.
Yeah, that's okay, but we didn't do libraries.
They don't see it next week.
I know, but I wanted them to bring up something.
Oh.
As one of the volunteers that brings the comfort food, it was disheartening to hear about somebody taking things out of the refrigerator in between the library and the white church, a dozen eggs were thrown onto the ground. Really? Yes. It's gonna be hard for volunteers if you want to do this, and maybe she's done, I just need to get this be brought up at the meeting, and maybe Melissa will bring it up, because because I'll be going tomorrow to go get one.
I'll send an email.
Okay. And I'm sure, obviously, it's on Facebook and everything else about it too, so. Yeah.
Well,
They just got a
It's
huge
kind of-
grant too, I don't know if you've seen on the news tonight, they just got a huge grant over there. Huge grant, right?
Oh, yeah, food
Yes.
service, yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did.
It's a lovely program, I was just thinking that.
You take the cameras. And maybe somebody can talk to that person.
Yeah, when I talked to Lori today about it, she thought that it was. Oh, that. I'll talk to Ed. Okay. It would, yeah, last Thursday, because I dropped it off around 10 o'clock, and whenever, I'm not blaming the kids, but right soon after that, this woman said that she was going down the street to sell the eggs. And they come in 5 or 6 packs.
Okay.
Not the full, so it was 2 out of 2.
And they took 2 packs.
Frozen one. It, she said like a dozen of them were along that stretch, so. And they can't have eyeballs everywhere, but, you know, anyways, I just wanted that to be brought up. That's it. Okay, thank you.
Okay,
I have one more question, I don't know if that's an answer. The roads that have no posted speed limit will be 55.
Correct. Town cannot post speed limits. The town has to petition state. They do 100% know what that's involved with, but I believe it has a traffic counter in it. And I'm told unless it's like a village street or a school zone, the lowest that they will drop them is 45. And I've been told, I don't know this person, but I've been told by the state they will not post any dirt road.
They won't do what?
They will not post any dirt road. So like if Mike, so we voted, what did you guys, about 4 or 5 years ago, you guys said 50% of the people on the road brought petitioning to the town board, you guys would petition the state.
Right.
So if, like Mike wanted Bailey Hollow posted, I think it's my understanding, the state would only post, would only do the studies on the first half of the road, they wouldn't come off like by Scott's house, because it's dirt, they consider them, I guess, low volume, those insurance companies, they won't. And so if we put up a regulatory sign, then that makes the town liable. That's without hiring an engineering firm or a study to say that meets MTC manuals and all the guidance.
I told him to call you, and I don't know who he is, because I had spoken to Howard about the road, because didn't have a clue where it was, and it kept saying it's off 313, but that's what the transfer said, off State Route 313. He wants a sign, because I assume he's gonna want, and they made this road, it's got a name, I don't have the information here. He was gonna go see you, because he didn't know, they want a sign with this road name, they just purchased it. Okay, well, he
Like
came
a sign for the driveway.
no, they want a road named. It's off from 313, and when I got the transfers, it said off from 313.
Like it's a private road now.
Yes, Travis,
It's
you
not.
know where the big, Travis, the big parking lot,
Yeah.
state, right almost across from that, there's a new road that goes up in there. I think there's 5 building lots up in there. 2 of them are got something going on.
The people that sold it to him, it wasn't. This guy might have bought, it was some.
But it's a state road, so wouldn't they have to get the sign from the state?
No,
I
yeah,
got you.
but I don't, it's a private road, so they would have to go get their own sign and put it up out of the state, right?
I'm thinking that they're aiming to get the town to take care of. Yeah.
Yeah, they're aiming in the wrong direction.
I think.
I see the power company providing.
I have to look it up to tell you what they mean. And they just started calling it this, there's nothing, but they just want somebody, I imagine they're gonna ask. It's not paved, is it, Howard?
No.
Now, no, if he just wants. We need a sign because this is gonna be a new road, you know, I said, well, it's not a town road now that I'm aware of.
It's never will be.
So I think that's what they're aiming. He was gonna go down, I gave him the address, and he was Googling it on his phone.
I will say there's 2 messages on the machine I cannot understand. I don't know if it's cell phone stuff, but stuff is extremely dark.
yeah.
Could be it's
Yeah,
good service.
I can't get into my answering, on my, if you could help Tom.
She already made it so I could be
Okay.
authorized to.
Thank you. If we all get through this, I
The
just.
telephone was Westel, so, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you very much. Yep. Okay, do we have any other town board, things to come? Yeah.
Quick question on the Fidelis Wellness and the other girls that work by the town, at the
Yeah.
town office today.
Yeah.
Now, what I looked on my phone about county board should, and I'm not saying it wasn't very singular, town board should have had to okay that, and they should have had that proof of insurance to be there, is that correct?
So right away from New York State, we don't own that land.
Okay. So it
I mean, it's-
In the park towards the road, that's all nothing to do with that.
No, it's a,
just curious, I don't know, if somebody fall and get sued.
Right.
no, it's New York State right away. A good
They
question.
should give it back, they've given us back all our catch basin and everything else on 22, so they gave us that back, and we didn't know.
Right. Yeah. They,
Yes.
it,
Okay, I just wanted to ask.
yeah, it ended up working out very well.
Yeah, good.
Benny came down from the Salem Rescue Squad, had a long talk with him.
And then, what were they promoting for?
They, it is, I've got the. So it's Narcan Distribution Deck is what it is.
Oh, okay,
Okay, so it's formulated around that.
Yep.
Salem Rescue Squad has always had to pay for Narcan. Okay, and today they will never have to do that again. Because they found a resource to be able to get it for free.
oh, good. I get it.
Well, I don't know how good it is,
Yeah.
Scott, but
But
if it was say,
the problem wasn't.
they're having to administer it.
Right.
And it's costing them,
Sales.
yes, yeah, so,
Okay, thanks for answering.
no, anytime, anytime. Any other things to come before the town board? Howard,
Nope, I make a
Nope.
motion to adjourn.
thank you. We have a second?
Okay.
Okay, all in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Thank you. So we're gonna go into bankrupt.
Need a motion to go into bankrupt.
Okay.
I'll give you my background.
Yes.
Or-
Second.
It's